Hey everybody, today I'm shining the spotlight on dieting, specifically why dieting is a waste of your energy, your time, and your focus. And when I use the term diet, I'm referring to it as we traditionally do in our culture, meaning that diets typically focus on what we don't get to have, what we can't have, because it would be considered in violation of this or that diet. And deprivation is never a winning strategy. I'm going to say that again. Deprivation is never a winning strategy. If you've ever gone on a diet or struggled to stay on a diet, you don't need me to tell you that it can be so easy to fall off the diet wagon, especially when life is full of celebratory events, and at these events, delectable, tempting, delicious foods take center stage. On the other hand, life sometimes dishes out moments that are sad or frustrating or disappointing. And it's often the case that food is the main guest. It's the invited guest that will have us temporarily feeling better, temporarily being distracted from what otherwise doesn't feel good. If you still don't believe me, or if you haven't had one of those experiences, the science is really strong around dieting, and research suggests that most diets predictably will fail due to one or a number of reasons. And I want to highlight today 3 reasons why you might be struggling, especially if you're a chronic dieter. So the first reason is that we try to exercise willpower as a means, as a strategy to control our appetites, instead of understanding that there's a science behind hunger. And that science suggests that relying on your body's physical sensations to let you know when you're actually hungry is more successful than relying upon and exercising sheer willpower, especially over the long haul. Second reason, many diets focus on counting calories or measuring food or excessive food journaling. And over time, that can become really tedious, and it can become another thing to do on an already long list of to-dos. And when anything feels hard or tedious, it's very unlikely that we stick to it. Hence, we fall off the diet wagon. The third reason why many diets fail is because many focus on limiting fat or excluding it altogether, hence low-fat diets, no-fat diets. And there's 2 problems with that. The first being that when we limit fat to that degree, and I'm talking about good quality fat, we can often succumb to overpowering cravings that will have us reaching for high fat and or high sugar foods that end up derailing us and having us fall off the diet wagon. The second part of this is when we limit fat severely, or we don't have it at all, we never get the feeling of being full, of being satiated. And then that can lead to continuous grazing between meals, or it can lead to an all-out, screw it all, out of control binge. So I want to highlight, as I said, those 3 reasons why diets typically fail. And I'm going to be back next week with some tips around having the experience of enjoyment and fulfillment around food. And it will have nothing to do with dieting. So if you are struggling and you would like to talk about it, shoot me a message here on Facebook or hop on over to my site at HoustonEvolution.com, and you can reach me there as well. So I wish you a great rest of the week, and I'll look forward to